Hi everybody, I'm Jesse.
Hi, I'm Hawa.
Together we are
Bonded for life.
Welcome back everybody. Today we have another exciting episode and it's all about the importance of marriage. Now, before we get into all of that, I have a question for you all at home. Why is it so easy for us as a society to throw away our marriages at a drop of a dime like it means nothing to us? Before we go into that, we are excluding marriages with domestic violence, excessive verbal abuse, infidelity. For those situations, Howard and I suggest that you guys seek help of professionals.
Yes, definitely. Professional help, therapists, psychologists, religious leaders, seek help on those things. We are not talking about that. We are just talking about day-to-day things. As a married couple, how long have you been married, babe?
We've been married for 13 years and counting. We've been together for 15 years in total.
Yes, our relationship is budding, I feel. It's a little teenager now. I can't wait for it to be 50 years, 60 years together. Marriage is hard work. It needs discipline. It needs commitment. It needs you talking and committing. Why are you shaking your head?
I was gonna say yes, I agree with that completely. Continue, my love. Marriage is very hard work.
Marriage is hard work. That is something that you have committed yourself to. Don't take it like it's a game. Yes, every day should be beautiful and joyous and harmonious. It's not going to be rose petals and jasmine scented times.
Jasmine scented times.
Yes, all the time. It's going to smell like gutter and sewage at times.
Yes, a relationship is like a manure at times. And what happens with manure with plants?
Well, you put manure on the dirt and then plant grows.
That's right. That's your relationship. Out of the turmoil, you could have a flourishing, budding, wonderful relationship if you put the work and the energy into it.
Before we became bonded for life, we spoke. When we were courting, we talked about what we wanted from each other.
Yeah, we talked about all of our dreams, our aspirations, our goals, and what we expected out of our mates before we started this journey that we call our marriage. At its inception, we did all of that so we would ensure that we had longevity with each other.
Right. You need to communicate. When you are courting somebody and you are interested in that person, their physical attributions is not the only thing that you want. You want to know what's in their mind, what they want in life, what their goals are. If that person is saying, you know what, I just love to cook, I want to stay home, I want to have a family, I want to raise 5 kids, I want to live next door to my mom and dad, but that is not the person that you are. Maybe later on in life that's what you want, but at that moment that is not what you want. So you need to communicate that to that person.
That's right.
Because you don't want problems to come out later on to make relationships even harder than what it is. You're going to have turmoils in life. We call each other bonded for life. This channel is called Bonded for Life because we know the importance of being together and living together and committing to each other. We're not just calling each other bonded for life because I feel like he's my ball and chains. No, it's a beautiful thing. We are bonded together. We are family. We are one. We have decided this when we got married and we had children that is what we want, and we will do anything to keep that bond. But it's about being transparent in the beginning.
That's right. Some of you fellas out there, you know your intent before you embark on your journey into any kind of relationship. You know if you want to be committed, and you know if you want to just date and you want to play the field, or give people the opportunity to go along with you on that journey. They have a right to know your intent so they can say yay or nay.
Definitely. And then when you do make that commitment with the right person, you need to leave your old baggage behind. By doing that, you need to self-heal, right?
That's right.
Heal yourself. Heal your, everybody comes with a baggage into a new relationship. But if you really look within yourself and say, you know what, this is my weaknesses. I'm going to work on these before I take something as a relationship serious.
You should use it as a tool to strengthen you for the betterment of your future endeavors, your relationships.
And also learn to speak each other's language. The way he likes to be loved and talked to will be different than how I like to be talked to and loved.
Maybe I don't like to be talked to. Maybe I like sign language or something.
Right. And then, don't compare your relationships to Betty and Joe across the street, because the way they love each other and talk to each other is totally different.
I think I know how to speak a little bit of her language.
Yes, all the time. And also, you guys, when you guys do decide to get together, you owe it to yourselves to make it work.
That's right. You owe it to yourselves. You owe it to your pledge. When you commit to somebody in a marriage, you said, I do, for love, sickness, happiness, wealth, poor. You committed to that. That's ironclad. Today's age, people do not believe in that anymore. You guys just give up on whatever you got going on when the times get rough. Well, guess what? We've had hard times. And we've always made sure that we found our way back to love.
Yeah, and we know that we will have hard times coming up. Life is not peaches and roses.
Peaches and roses.
Yes.
Not peaches and cream, peaches and roses, people.
Hey, English is not my first language. So I can say my little sayings whichever way I would like to.
And I love all of her little sayings.
And if you have children, you owe it to your children to work it out.
That's right.
Again, we are not talking about physical abuse. We're not talking about your life being in danger. If you're just bickering, nagging, fighting about little things, cut it out. Your children are watching.
When there are tumultuous times, when the times get rough, you have to recommit to your relationship. That's very key, very important. You have to say, you know what? I'm not feeling you right now. I'm angry with you right now. But you have to go back to those principles, those goals, those wishes, those dreams and ambitions that you had in the beginning to find your way back to love.
I completely agree.
And when it comes to your family, you gotta provide security. Your house, your relationship that you built is your shelter. Everybody has to feel safe, sound, and okay, mentally, physically.
And your kids, again, going back to the kids, your kids didn't ask for this. You had a previous life, your significant other had a previous life, but that kid, all their life is you. You owe it to your children, to work on it, because children that come in an intact household are likely to be happy and confident
and healthy and mentally stable.
Yes. Reasons why people don't stay in relationship: cheating,
constant fighting,
lack of affection, finance.
And sometimes people fall out of love with one another.
Yeah. All of these things you can work on.
That's right.
Fighting about pre-existing problems, speak to a professional. Like we always say, if you fall out of love with that person, talk to them. Why is it that you fall in love with them, out of love with them? Remind yourself, what is it about them that you loved in the first place?
That's secondary. I feel like what Howard said in the beginning, communication is key. That's the first thing that you need to do. If all else fails with your lack of communication, then seek help. Seek professional assistance.
Yep. Communication is the roof of everything, the roof and the foundation. You need to communicate. Communication is the surround system of your life.
The surround system. You got Beats by Howard up in here.
But why is it that people give up so easily in relationships nowadays? Why is it so people just throw down the towel and walk out the door and say, I am done? Why?
I don't know. In this day and age, we want things in the now. We are so fast-paced moving with social media, the internet. We expect to have everything at our fingertips right then and right now. And we want our relationships to go as we want them to go, smoothly, forever, like as if we never hit a bump in the road. That's not real.
Babe, you definitely are on point on this. Like, I totally agree with that. I think that nowadays, in today's world, everything is, if you want information, hey, Google. help me out.
That's right.
You go to Facebook and you go to Instagram, everybody's lives look just so perfect. You want that too. Why do you not have it? Do not believe everything you see on social media.
You see what is presented to you, and what is always presented to you is not always true. Sometimes people are living false lives out there. Stop expecting for things to be perfect, because we don't live in a utopian society.
And honestly, you coming home and your babe is sitting on the couch, you're making dinner, you're eating a nice quiet dinner, watching your favorite TV show. It may seem boring, but you guys, that is the beautiful part about it.
That's right.
You guys are spending time with each other. You're doing things that normal people do, right?
Yeah, check this out. You guys are watching us right now. We're not perfect. We bicker still from time to time. We were bickering right before this episode. And what do? We cut the stuff. We said, cut this stuff out. It's time to get back on track. And we remember, and we always bring ourselves back to,
us.
What? I love you.
Yes.
This stuff is not that big. It's just trivial. It's in the moment. In the moment, you're upset, but you can fix that. You can work on that. All it takes is 2 willing participants.
Yes. He's not my husband. He is my family. He is not just a man that I spend, my time with or whatever. He is my everything. You have to take marriage that serious. When I'm looking at him, he's not just a piece of paper that, if it doesn't work out, I'm just going to get divorced. No, he is a family member. Just like you will bicker and fight with your mother, your father, your brothers, your uncles, and it's unconditional love, because regardless, you're going to come back and say, I love you to them. That is what you're supposed to do with your significant other.
You are so spot on. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. You have to treat your relationship like that. We do bicker and we do love just like family members.
And he knows how to get on my nerves.
She knows how to push my buttons.
Yeah, but 2 hours later, guess what? It's like nothing happened.
That's right.
We talk about it, but we are bonded. Our bond is strong.
And we're bonded for life.
So
Once
cheesy.
again, that's another plug. Bonded for life. People get bonded for life with us.
But you guys, overall, if you guys do stay together, research shows and science shows, all things show that you have a better quality of life.
Not only for yourselves, but for your children. Your children are healthier mentally, they're stable, and what you show to your kids, you give them the blueprint on their relationships for future goals.
Yep. You'll have better health. You will probably kick all your bad habits because your significant other doesn't want you to have them.
That's right. Like smoking, like eating junk food.
Yeah.
You got somebody that's monitoring you, like Big Brother.
He is so sweet. Everybody goes through it, you guys. Just because you're not happy today doesn't mean you're not going to be happy in 10 days. Just stick it through. If it's not life-threatening, and if you're not getting, physically abused and verbally abused and mentally abused and all of that abuse that's not okay, you guys, stick it through.
Work on it. Don't forget to recommit to your relationship when times get rough, and working on the problematic things that arise in your relationship. You have to be disciplined to resolve those issues. Just like learning a language, you have to be disciplined to do that.
And sometimes maybe you can't do it alone, just the two of you. Talk to somebody that can help you.
Fix your relationship, people. Get it together. With that said, we are bonded for life. I love you, babe.
I love you too. And it's worth it. All right. I guess that's it.
Over and out.
See you next time.